Wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up.
Good morning, Barbados, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning, morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning, Barbados, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning, Barbados, good morning.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Morning to you.
Good morning to you indeed. So good to have you with us on this Thursday, April 4th. What a rainy day outside, but we absolutely love it. Yes, I know sometimes we complain about the rain, but we need it, and most certainly the earth needs it. It's been hot the last few days. Hopefully this rain will bring a little cool weather our way. All right. So good to have you with us today. As I mentioned, I'm Tisha Hines. I'll be here until 8 o'clock with you. And we have a great show planned for you today. So I hope you can stick around. It's the last day of school. So a lot of children will be out on what is to be the Easter holiday. Even though Easter has gone already, I can't figure these new school rules out. But we will get there some way, somehow. So we're going to tell you all about what's happening with the Lions and Leo clubs of Zone 3A. They have a big health fair coming up, and it's also a family fun day, and it's working towards World Health Day. Of course, that's the day that we absolutely have to pay close attention to here in Barbados as we strive towards healthier lifestyles in everything that we do, being more active, eating better, getting the children to do so. So we're seeing some moves, but there's much more for us to do as well to be able to make sure that we are healthier as a people. A day in our shoes, it's a simulation activity, and we'll tell you all about that as a part of the Ashley Lashley Foundation. And you know she's doing a lot of work in the areas of sustainable development and even in bringing youth volunteers along with what they're doing in the area of the environment. So we're going to talk more about that. Plus, we promised you that we were going to bring in a few other students from the Blackman and Gollop School who are participating in their annual Calypso competition. The little ones are certainly having a lot of fun sharing with us. So we'll see the rest of the contestants as they get ready for the big competition that is coming up on Saturday. Plus, it'll be time for Tisha's top 4 picks. So, I'm in a beautiful space. And sometimes I go a little crazy. They gave me a number. They said four things that I can pick, that I can like every week. It doesn't often work, but this week I have them in my head. So there are generally four categories of things. Semantics, but it's going to work out. And I'm going to share that with you a little bit more. But as we work toward World Health Day, we wanted to have a conversation with a few people who can help us get a rounded idea of all that's planned this time around as we observe the day and to share more with us. So help me welcome, they had to get up bright and early, just like me, Donna Barker, Acting Senior Health Promotion Officer with the Ministry of Health and Wellness. Welcome. Good morning. Welcome back.
Yes.
And Dr. Taralyn Malcolm, Advisor on Non-Communicable Diseases and Mental Health, Pan American Health Organization. Wonderful to have you with us.
Thank you.
All right. So I'd like to start with you, Dr. Taralyn. Even before we kind of jump into talking specifically about World Health Day, a few months ago, we had a major conference here in Barbados, and it was decided by the powers that be that we should in fact link NCDs and mental health in terms of how we look at them holistically. How does that tie in generally to where we're going towards the targets of taking these things under control, not only here in Barbados, but across the region?
Excellent question. Mental health is always seen as a stigma associated with mental health. But we have to recognize that we all suffer from mental health issues. Our mental health, our mental well-being is fluent. 1 minute we're good, the next minute because of something may happen, we may have lost a loved one, we can have some issues. So it's important for us to recognize, just like hypertension, just like diabetes, just like chronic respiratory illnesses, our mental health is just as important. So at that global, well, prior to the global SIDS meeting, mental health in 1998, I believe, that mental health was recognized as the fifth condition when you look at NCDs. And therefore, we have to speak about NCD and mental health. And I think one of the things that the COVID-19 pandemic has done is remind us of how important it is for us to focus on mental health. Because now we're seeing, you know, with the restrictions that were put in place, with persons have lost their jobs, persons got sick, persons lost loved ones, we have recognized that there has been an increased demand for mental health services.
Absolutely, I can definitely see the tie, but before this was done, I didn't even think about it in that way.
Yep.
The links that they have, really, everything to do with health is tied to our mental wellness, and this most certainly was a wonderful move. Now for you, Ms. Barker, as Acting Senior Health Promotion Officer within the ministry, what are some of the areas that you think we really need to kind of amp up or amplify in our voice in terms of making people far more aware, or even just acknowledging that there are challenges? I think a lot of the times that is the challenge, to get people to even acknowledge there's something wrong. I have a little sugar, but I'm still going to do whatever. Oh, the blood pressure a little high. You know, so we hear that so often. It's almost like they're not taking it as seriously as they should.
Yes. Well, Barbadians are very educated and literate in terms of health. However, our culture has a lot to play in it. The foods that we prepare, the ways that we prepare our foods is we use a lot of sugar, we use a lot of oil and so on. So things like showing people how to prepare tasty and attractive meals, but using less sugar, less salt, you know, more fiber and things like that. Help people to have the food tasting good and looking good, but a little bit more healthy, a little less risky in terms of that. In terms of movement, we see people walking all over the place. We see people moving all the time. However, as times have changed, you know, the urbanization and so on, a lot of our jobs cause us to be in buildings, sitting in front of the computer, using devices, and we don't move as much. Or we mean to, we know about it, we understand. However, we have these long meetings, we have all these things that prevent us from getting out and moving at the times that we would want to, or for as long as we would want to. So education, promoting these healthy habits are the things that we want to do, getting out there like what we are going to do and bringing the services to the public, you know, so that they get an opportunity to come out and take part in it, linking with the media, getting our messages out there, changing environments for people so that it's easy for them to make the healthy choice. These are some of the things that we need to do.
Absolutely. Being able to turn these messages into movement is the ultimate goal, I would imagine, of all of it. So let's talk now about the significance of World Health Day and what it means directly to the World Health Organization, PAHO.
Yes. So the 7th of April every year marks World Health Day. It's the anniversary of the founding of the World Health Organization in 1948. So it is an opportunity to bring attention to a priority public health concern that is impacting people globally. This year, the focus is on my health, my right. I think it's so important for a person to recognize that health is a basic human right. And therefore, we have a right to have access to quality health services. We have a right to information to help us to make informed decisions. We have a right to clean air so that we can breathe comfortably. We have a right to know what is in our food. And therefore, we need to make sure that policies and programs are in place that give individuals, give the population this information so that they can advocate for this in their respective country. So my health, my right, also speak to the responsibility as us as human, that we also have a responsibility to make sure that we're practicing the things. So as Donna mentioned, the information is out there a lot of time, but this information is not translated into action. So we really want to use this opportunity to push that message, to get persons to recognize while government, while the ministries are putting policies and programs in place, as individuals, we also have that responsibility to take care of our own health.
Absolutely. Very interesting theme and can go so many ways. My health, my right.
Yes.
But I'm happy that you also touched on the fact that with rights come responsibilities.
Exactly.
That's very, very important. The two go hand in glove. And I think a lot of the times people are, they're gung-ho about standing up about their rights, but they forget that they come with awesome responsibilities as well. So let's talk about this Health and Wellness Fair, which is going to come up on Saturday. Who are some of the partners that are working with you on it, and what can we expect?
Well, the event is going to start from 11 and go until 6. We are at the National Stadium, and we're going to use the facility of the Defense Force, the Barbados Defense Force Mobile Hospital, which is in the center of the stadium. So we're going to use that area. We are going to have a variety of health education activities. We're going to have the nurses from all of our polyclinics. They're going to be doing a wide variety of screening, health checks, the usual blood pressure, blood sugar, but we will also have things like BMI checks, things like high cholesterol checks. So we have our nurses. We have Ross University partnering with us as well, and they are going to be also doing health education and health checks. We have the Heart and Stroke Foundation of Barbados and the Healthy Caribbean Coalition. They're going to be partnering with us again. Wide variety of health education, health messaging, health promotion. And we also have Cook Caribbean. They're going to be doing food demonstration, healthy food demonstration, tasty. And then we have a wide variety of fitness instructors who are going to be there, not only demonstrating, but having sessions where people can come dress and get involved, work out. We have salsa, we have yoga, we have spinny fitness, we have Marsha Whitaker with workout and worship. We are going to also be partnering with the National Sports Council, where we are going to have demonstrations of some actual sports like judo, karate, and so on. So there's a wide variety of, and we also have some entertainment.
Of course.
Entertainment too?
Yes.
Can that fit on the cards? Because I'm sitting here and you're going through all of this and I'm thinking, wow, this is a lot. And before that, I was thinking, a big activity at the National Stadium.
Yeah.
It's good to see something back in that space. But, it's definitely great to hear about that. Entertainment
by Red Plastic Bag.
All
So
right.
Please come out and join us. We are also partnering with the Barbados Defense Force. They're part of the committee putting all of this together. So as you listen to Donna, there are a variety of activities. So it means that it's a family affair. We have specific activities for kids. We will have scavenger hunt. We have fun games. We will have exercise sessions for the kids as well. We'll have to meet all types and fitness level. So regardless of whether you are actively exercising weekly, we will have sessions that will be able to fit your fitness level. So we're inviting everyone to come out and join us on Saturday. It is a day for you to have fun, but it also help you to learn more about your health and your right. Get to know your numbers, because that's an important thing. The screening allows you to know what your numbers are. Understanding your numbers, then you will be able to know what actions need to be taken.
Ms. Barker, based on your engagement, your interaction with the community at large, do do you find that the people who are coming out and finding out their numbers are the people who need to? Because I find people who have high blood pressure and the sugar and this and that, they have all the devices that you can think about. So someone will tell you, hold on a minute, I'm going for my blood pressure device. So they a lot of people, as you mentioned, the knowledge is out there, people are moving and this and that. But are we seeing the ones who really need to come out, who don't necessarily know, aren't taking a front seat, so to speak, in terms of taking care of their car, the body?
Yeah.
If you make that analogy, are they the ones that are coming out?
Yeah, we get a variety. You get persons, and because these events are free, we get a wide variety of persons who come out, and they do learn a lot, because you get people who actually take the time and come out and sit down and listen. They have questions. So they don't know, all the persons don't know everything. They have questions they want to ask, and this is a time now where you're not going to be in the clinic for the whole day. You are going to be at an event where it might move a little faster. We have a lot more providers in one spot. So we get our questions asked. Yes, we do get people who need to know more. And you also get the persons who know and who have their devices and so on, but they're into health and fitness, and they come out and enjoy these events. So we do get both people.
Absolutely. Well, I heard some pretty interesting stuff there. The worship while you work out.
Work out and worship.
Certainly sounds interesting.
Marsha Whitaker.
I think right up my crew's alley. I'm going to have to get the crew together, because right up our alley might be spinny fitness, right, fellas? Royal is a little, challenged in the dance area, so spinny might be a challenge for him. But we definitely should get together. It probably is a good opportunity for not only families and individuals, but companies, seeing there's so many partners, to be able to kind of get groups together and come out and enjoy each other's company, but look after each other's health as well.
Yep.
So generally, what do you want people to take away from this World Health Day, particularly in the area of NCDs, and knowing all of, what's happening not only with our social security system, but what's happening with our healthcare generally when it comes to these diseases?
So NCD is seen as a lifestyle disease, meaning that based on our decision, based on how we live, those are the risk factors that contribute to NCD. So unhealthy diet, not eating properly, less physical activity, so being inactive, having too much salt or sugar in your food contribute to NCD. The problem is, if we look at hypertension, for example, that is seen as the silent killer. So you may have high blood pressure, but you don't know, and therefore you're at risk for having certain complication. NCD is actually the leading cause of death, leading cause of illness, and leading cause of death in our region, and specifically in the Caribbean. So we have that high burden. And the issue is that our young person, our most productive age group, so our 30 to 69 age group, are the ones that are dying from these conditions. So it's really important for us to make sure that we're practicing healthy lifestyle, we're eating right, we're exercising, we're reducing the use of alcohol, we're not using tobacco. And the fifth risk factor actually is air pollution. So we also have to make sure that we are monitoring the air, we're taking action to reduce pollution of the air. So individual persons have that responsibility, and that's why this theme this year, My Health, My Right, recognize that as individuals we have a right to protect our own health, while we are demanding and advocating for government to provide access to the services that we need.
Well said. And Ms. Barker, final word from you as to how we should approach this World Health Day.
I think people need to come out, whether you know about the NCDs and you know about your risk factor levels and all that. We need to come out, we need to put it into practice, we need to do it as often as possible. So every opportunity that people get, they should take advantage of it. Come out, know your numbers again, get active, learn about eating healthy, and spread the message.
All right, good stuff. And they certainly are spreading the message. It happens on Saturday, April 6th, if you missed it. And it's going to be, guess where? At the National Stadium. So activity there. It's a free wellness fair at the Barbados Defence Force Mobile Field Hospital over in Waterford from 11 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the evening. So you have no excuse. You have the entire day to go through. It's in a central place, and there are lots of partners who will be a part of it, from Ross University to the BDF, I would imagine, to the Ministry of Health and Wellness. You get an opportunity to get to know your numbers and a whole lot more. So make sure you get the whole family together and come on out. This is one of the options as we observe World Health Day. Thank you so much, Donna Barker, Acting Senior Health Promotion Officer with the Ministry of Health and Wellness, and Dr. Taralyn Malcolm, Advisor on NCDs and mental health with the Pan-American Health Organization, WHO. Good to have you with us.
Thank you.
All right, so the ladies got up early and came out to tell you all about that. Make sure you put it in your calendar. There's something else to tell you about when it comes to World Health Day. We'll shed some more light after this.
My health, my right to the care of my health, my right to the cleanest air that I breathe every day. Beyond the space on planet Earth, so the health of our world we must put first for all, for all, for all.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Morning, morning.
Lifeline.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
School sports is in full swing as the athletes are gearing up for the 2024 Powerade Dasani BSAT Championships. Tune into CBC Sports Night with me, Anmar Goodrich Boyce, this and every Tuesday and Thursday for Athlete in the Spotlight. Sponsored by Powerade. Pause is power, and Dasani. Live first, Dasani after.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
Tune into CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Welcome back on this rainy Thursday. I'm still coming to grips with the fact that it's April. It's April, people. My goodness, how did we get here? Time is definitely flying, but they say that happens when you're having fun. So I'm here having a conversation behind the scenes with two ladies, Lion Beulah Jordan, MJF, Zone 3A chairperson. She has responsibilities for the clubs here in Barbados. And Lion Deirdre Wood, who is chair of the Health Fair Committee.
Yes.
Good morning and welcome. Good to have you on Morning Barbados.
Thank you. Good morning, too.
Good morning. I'm always happy to see this beautiful jacket with all that the Lions continue to do and have done, not only here in Barbados, but across the globe. It's wonderful when people are involved with the service industry, and it really makes a difference to our community. So congratulations to the Lions. Let's start there. And thank you for your service. Now, also coming up for World Health Day, you are staging a health fair as well, but it's going to be in Bridgetown, so centrally located. And it is in keeping with the theme as well, My Health, My Right, which we discussed a moment ago. So I'm going to start with you, Lion Beulah Jordan. Talk to us about how important it is for the Lions and Leos clubs of Zone 3A to be a part of this fun day and health fair to ensure that Barbadians are truly taking care of themselves.
Well, I will start with a little bit about Lionism. I am Lion Beulah Jordan, Mervyn Jones Fellow. I am the zone chairperson for the Lionistic year 2023-2024. Our district governor for this Lionistic year is our esteemed Lion Dr. Caroline Goddard, Progressive Mervyn Jones Fellow. Lions Club International is the world's largest service club. Barbados comprises of 9 Lion clubs and 3 Leo clubs, collectively known as Zone 3A. Our mandate aligns with the mission of Lions Club International, which is to empower Lions Club volunteers and partners to improve health and well-being, strengthening communities and support those in need through humanitarian services. Our motto is We Serve. A little bit about the health fair. The health fair was introduced in Zone 3A in 2005 by past council chairperson Lion Sharon Greenwich, Progressive Mervyn Jones Fellow, who was the sitting zone chairperson that year. The first health fair was staged on Thursday, the 7th of April, 2005 in Hero Square.
All right, that's a lot to take in.
Yes.
All right, but we still haven't really talked about the fair. Let's talk to each other. So you can forget the tablet and let's have a conversation. Tell me about the work that you guys have been doing on the committee in getting ready for the fair.
Yes, so this is my second year in Lionism, and last year I was involved heavily with the health fair. We had it down by the post office in Bridgetown again, because we look to strategically place it places where we know persons will transverse. This year on conceptualizing it, and I was asked to be chair, I decided, you know what, let's go into Queen's Park, where we could not only invite persons to come and get tested, but they can also bring their children. Because usually for health fair, a mother or father will say, you know what, let me go and get my blood pressure tested, or let me go and get my blood sugar tested, leave the children home. But with My Health, My Right, it's for everyone, for all persons. So we decided that we would invite persons and families, by extension, that you can bring your children. The library service is going to be there. They're going to have a puppet show. We also have a writer who has graciously extended that she's going to bring out her book and, do some reading sessions with the children. And our Leos are going to be there to interact with the children, some egg and spoon races and stuff like that. basically. We didn't want it to be the normal thing of just coming to get your levels, to know your levels. We wanted you to actually come out and know about these things, but also have a good time with us.
All right, so Lion Jordan, what are some of these things that we can look forward to?
We can look forward for blood sugar testing, blood pressure testing, cholesterol testing, vision testing, and we will have some visually impaired persons showing how to cope if you have a vision problem.
All right, so that's a lot happening in Queen's Park. What are some of the other areas? Because I know that's not all of them.
No, definitely not. We are also going to have some movement, and one of our clubs, one of their members pride themselves in being a top step dancer. So we're going to have some movement in there. We are also going to be looking at nutrition, because nutrition basically is the foundation of most things, the nutrition and the movement. So we're going to be looking at that. And then we are also going to be trying to, educate persons. We're going to have the psychiatric hospital there with their nurses talking about mental health, because everything, when we think about health, we don't only think about, disease. We think about everything, stress management and eating, your movement. So it's going to be multifaceted.
All right, Lion Jordan, I don't know if you were a part of any of the other health fairs, but generally, what was the response like before? Now you're moving into a far bigger space, being at the post office. Yes, there's a lot of foot traffic, but in Queen's Park, it feels more like, an event type thing. So, what's it been like through the years?
Yes, I was involved in other health fairs, and when it was at Manor Lodge, we used to have plenty of people passing through. Last year at the post office, it was plenty of people, but we realized last year we needed more space. So that's why Lion Deirdre came up with the idea of Queen's Park.
Let me tell you, if you wanted space, you have space now, because there's a lot of space in Queen's Park. What time will it run to, Lion Deirdre, in terms of coming out and being a part of this?
We will have an opening ceremony with the officials from 9 o'clock, but we will hit the ground and run by 9:30. We'll go from 9:30 to about 4.
9:30 to 4. What does it mean to be able to have the Leo's clubs involved at this level as well? Because usually you see one or the other. You see the Lions kind of supporting the Leos if there's something going on, but it sounds more like you guys are working together to be able to make this happen.
It is refreshing to have the Leos helping us, because normally we do work together on projects, and seeing that we having the youth there, it's better to have the Leos there to help and encourage them.
All right, good stuff. Final word from you, Lion Deirdre, on why people should come out and be a part of this amazing event you're putting on April 6th at Queen's Park, 9 to 4, in celebration of World Health Day.
Well, as the theme says, my health, my right, allowing persons to have access to quality health care, and we are going to have quality service providers there. So we encourage persons, it's centrally located in Bridgetown. When you are going to go down and do your shopping, you can just pop by and even stay for a few, but we encourage persons to come out on Saturday and give us their support.
All right, wonderful. I want to thank you ladies for coming in and sharing with us. Again, this is in Queen's Park, so if you're in the Bridgetown area, even closer, we're making sure that everywhere you turn on World Health Day, you have options to be able to stay in step with what's happening with your health and get a little movement going. Find out a little bit more about the Lions Club or the Leos, as the case may be, and engage with people who are taking care of our health holistically. So mental health, movement, dietary health, etc., everything. Thank you ladies for coming in and sharing with us.
Thank you very much.
And again, thanks for this service through the Lions Club. We certainly do appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right, time for another break. Remember, I told you the young Calypsonians are in the house. We're talking about Blackman and Gollop and their upcoming big Calypso competition this weekend. They're going to be here to share with us. But before we do that, we're going to tell you all about A Day in Our Shoes. It's a simulation activity that's coming up, and it's a part of the Ashley Lashley Foundation. We'll tell you more after this break. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Tune into CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
Tune into CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
All right, so welcome back to Morning Barbados. Looking bright and nice and sunshiny outside, but don't get it twisted. It's drizzling, so make sure you walk with your umbrellas and make sure that you're ready for the rains. They're coming, but we absolutely love that, particularly people who have plants. I know you want to get your plants growing, and if you're doing a little agriculture, then of course you want to make sure the crops get that water as well. A special good morning to those of you watching across the diaspora, and I want to say a special good morning to those of you who go out of your way to work in the service industry, those of you who are part of organizations that volunteer, members of the third sector. You know, all the work you do is much appreciated, especially at times like this where we look toward World Health Day coming up on Saturday. One such person who is doing amazing work is Ashley Lashley, and It's as if Mommy knew when she gave her the name, because, I mean, you can't forget it. Ashley, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
And I've been saying this a lot, out of the square, because since COVID, we've kind of gotten into the space where we're online.
Yes.
But it's good to be back in studio with you. I know you had lots of fun at Knapsack yesterday, as did the crew here. But you were there for a major purpose, and you were there in your capacity as CARICOM Youth Ambassador. So let's talk a little bit about that.
So, well, good morning, everyone. I guess I'm waving. Hopefully, everyone can see me. But I remember when I was first appointed in my role as CARICOM Youth Ambassador, I said that we need to heighten the level of inclusion of young persons living with disabilities. So one of my mandates was that to create a program that not only includes persons living with disabilities, but also to educate young persons who are not living with a disability to really understand what it's like living in someone's shoes. So I partnered with the Barbados Council of the Disabled and the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment to really undergo an initiative that inculcates the integration of simulation activities. And I took the program to Knapsack, and they were very intrigued and excited to have these activities included into the program. But outside of the fun of it, how it looked yesterday, there was a very strong message that came out. What we did was blindfold racing, and we had 2 races, one for students and one for adults. And the main idea, the main message that we wanted to convey is what is like for a person who's differently abled, so that students and persons in general who are not living with a disability can experience what it's like. So we really wanted to highlight and raise that level of sensitization and awareness, one, but also convey that sense of empathy that is needed. And when we're talking about inclusion is one of the key pillars, even under my mandate as CARICOM Youth Ambassador, but CARICOM in general. So seeing the enthusiasm by students yesterday, and you know there's like little kids as well, so it piqued their interest because they want to know, like, how are they running straight with a blindfold on? Like, what is the purpose of that? So I think the activity yesterday really tapped into their mindset, to let them be more aware of how to interact with persons living with disabilities. And I would just say that I'm looking forward to next year for sure, where we can inculcate more races such as the wheelchair races, shot put as well, but more integration within the Knapsack races, because I personally believe that there's too much of a division within the Knapsack games or the sporting sector, where there's one specific games for persons living with disabilities, and then there's another for persons living without a disability. But there needs to be a bigger level of integration of both, of everyone, to really show that level of inclusion and continue to build that sensitization and awareness. It would be great to see persons who are without a disability also supporting persons who are living with a disability within these games, and even vice versa. So the support of persons living with disabilities and persons who are not living with disabilities really needs to be integrated more into the overall sporting atmosphere. And going forward, I'm hoping to see that level of integration between both special Olympics, but specific Knapsack as well, to show the integration of more young persons living with disability into
I think it's indeed a great initiative.
Thank you.
You know, to get the little ones more aware, as you mentioned, all about that. So congratulations on that, and I can see how that would be interesting for them and engaging. I'm interested in finding out, you know, what your conversations were like before in partnering with the Barbados Council for the Disabled. What were the conversations like leading up to this simulation activity with them, particularly coming out of the month of March, which was the month of disability?
Well, we were planning this, I would say, for the last 3 months. When I brought the idea to the Barbados Council for the Disabled, they were intrigued. So they also have a My Inclusive Schools program as well, where they go around to the different primary schools in Barbados educating students about disability inclusion and raising that level of awareness. So it was indeed a great synergy with them, with the My Inclusive Schools program, with that of the Day in Our Shoes activity. So I remember we had multiple meetings discussing it. But I think what came out of our collaboration with the Barbados Council for the Disabled is the sustainability of the integration of simulation activities within the school sector and within sporting activities. So I'm looking forward to not only seeing it continue within NAPSAT, but also other sporting activities that happen at a grassroots and community level as well. So that is an ongoing partnership. I guess, Tisha, you can look out to see more to come on that.
Absolutely. I remember when you first took up the mantle of CARICOM Youth Ambassador, I told you and your colleague, I said, I want to challenge you guys with something. You remember what I said? I said, I want you guys to remember the youth on the margins, because a lot of the times people talk about them, but they don't include them. I think this is a great initiative to be able to kind of, as it is called, walk in their shoes.
Yes.
Literally and figuratively. And it's a wonderful initiative. Generally, you're doing a lot of wonderful work under the banner of the Ashley Lashley Foundation as well, but it's good to catch up with you.
Yes.
Wearing your hat today as CARICOM Youth Ambassador. So what else is happening? I know you've been doing a lot of work.
Yeah, so well, we're also planning different activities in my role as CARICOM Youth Ambassador, but also I would say as a general youth advocate and raising awareness on different social and environmental issues as well. So even currently I'm leading on I'm the official youth coordinator for the SIDS Youth Action Summit that is being held in Antigua, where we're bringing together young persons from all 58 small island developing states to build and develop a 10-year commitment to action document present to leaders as well. I just got appointed to the Global Center on Adaptation CEO Youth Advisory Panel, talking to them about advising on adaptation matters and how youth can be integrated. So everything that I'm currently doing is focused on, as you said, youth from those marginalized and stigmatized communities, and seeing ways that we can provide different opportunities for young persons who are underprivileged to really be granted the opportunities that they need, both in the social sector but also in the environmental sector. And that's just to name a few, Tisha.
I know, because I know in another sphere, with another youth organization, they were talking about the fact that you were involved in some stuff that they were doing as well. They have a new program director here in Barbados, so I probably just gave it away, but I had occasion to engage with them as well, and they were talking about all the ways that they're going to be working with you to be able to reach youth where they are, and that truly is important. So, what are you working toward under the stint as CARICOM Youth Ambassador? I know it goes quite quickly, but there are certain things that you will want to accomplish while you're in this role. So how is that going generally, and what are you working toward?
I think for me and my role as CARICOM Youth Ambassador is more legacy driven. After my tenure as CARICOM Youth Ambassador, I want to be able to see the initiatives and the programs that I've developed, lived on, and passed on to the other CARICOM Youth Ambassadors. So currently in partnership with the Pan American Health Organization as well, and the CARICOM Secretariat, we would be launching an upcoming initiative within nursery schools. We'll be teaching them about agricultural practices and building gardens in the nursery schools across Barbados as well. So that will be one of our pilot projects that we will be undertaking. We also are currently working with seeking to collaborate with the Girl Guides and also the Boy Scouts at developing initiatives on environmental integration within their overall curriculum. So there's lots of planning that we're still currently at, but I'm sure before the ending of the year I'll be at least able to tell you 2 other concrete initiatives that we have planned under my banner as CARICOM Youth Ambassador.
Well, that's good stuff, because it starts with the thought, then the planning, and then into action. But yesterday, a day in my shoes simulation activity, I'm sure it was absolutely fun.
Yeah.
I'm told you brought along a little video for us to be able to
Yeah.
see exactly what
And Matt
happened.
Fingal was also my partner, so Matt was telling me, actually run, so we came second.
Yeah, so I would imagine that it was different. How did you feel though, blindfolded and running?
Well, I had to trust Matt. I think trusting Matt was the biggest scare of my life. I met Matt when I was a student at the law school, but it just, for me, it was kind of difficult, to be honest, because I was dependent on Matt to guide me to make sure I don't run into anyone. But it also give me a sense of utilizing all of my senses to help guide me to participate. So it also showed me what it's like for a person who is blind, like what they go through daily. So for me, it also heightened that level of awareness. And that is why I think the program can continuously be integrated. I think it could also be done within schools itself, where we can go around to schools as well, doing different simulation activities to really get students to get that better understanding what it's like living with a disability, So yes, it was great, man. And even like the students, like they talk about trust, how they never participated in something like that. So building that sense of awareness and understanding, I think that was the key message that was conveyed yesterday during the knapsack races. And I mean, that was the perfect platform to really undertake such an initiative. And I also have to thank the National Sports Council Committee for also giving the Curriculum Youth Ambassadors the opportunity to pilot that initiative there as well.
It was a great initiative. For me, as you move forward with it, closing the gap will mean that you bring along some of the young people who actually have the disabilities to share after, to make sure that, you're kind of hammering the point home and it's not just a them and us kind of thing. So this is beautiful. It was wonderful. I love it. And it was really hilarious watching you and Mac, especially, the arms flailing all over the place.
The knees high.
Yeah, absolutely. Looked like fun. Congrats on all the things that you're accomplishing and all the work that you're doing. I thank you so much for really committing your young life to service.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. If I wasn't doing this, I don't know what I would be doing. So I love it, and I'll continue to advocate for young persons from different stigmatized and marginalized backgrounds.
Well, this is what you're meant to do.
Thank you.
All right, Ashley Lashley, people. Of course, Executive Director of the Ashley Lashley Foundation, CARICOM Youth Ambassador, and if I listed all the other titles, we would be here all day. But she's doing fantastic work, so keep listening for that name, all right? And you'll get to meet her soon with all the work that she's doing. It's time for another break. When we come back, some Calypso. I don't know. I just might break out in song myself, but the students of the Blackman and Gallup School are here. And Mr. O'Neill is back. He's on Mornin Barbados duty this week. And we're going to have some fun with those students as we look toward the Calypso competition coming up on Saturday. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
It's April 4th and time for an update of the news here on Morning Barbados, just about 6 minutes after 7 o'clock. Now, a health official is urging Barbadians to do their part to stem the spread of the deadly dengue virus. Deputy Chief Medical Officer Dr. Arthur Phillips says fogging is vital in treating and eradicating the Aedes aegypti mosquito. While noting that the method is no silver bullet, he says it has its role in the fight against dengue.
Fogging only deals with adult mosquitoes. So if you have a major situation in a particular place, we can go in and fog, and that will deal with the adult mosquitoes. It does nothing with the breeding sites, which very often are man-made or man-disposed.
He adds that the partnership between the general public, the business sector, and the Ministry of Health is very important, as everyone needs to play their role in eliminating potential breeding sites. Meanwhile, Dr. Phillips says the dengue outbreak reported on earlier this year is currently under control and cases are trending downward.
We have put measures in place. Yes, the public education, advising persons to ensure that they do not have places on their property that would promote the breeding of mosquitoes. We've also intensified our efforts of our environmental health staff to get into the community and find breeding spots. We've continued our efforts in terms of targeted fogging, which deals with the adult mosquitoes. And we've obtained additional resources to help with this as well.
Dr. Phillips says health officials note a recent report from the Pan American Health Organization which cautioned about a surge in dengue cases across the Americas. The report states that as at March 26, over 3.5 million cases and more than 1,000 deaths have been reported in this region. Dr. Phillips says, however, local health officials are dealing with the issue. Now, a blue light is being shone as a means of raising autism awareness. The light symbolizes the brightness of children and adults on the spectrum. Wendy Burt tells us government is leading the way by having the Parliament buildings lit up for a week, as this year's theme is Light It Up Blue.
President of the Autism Association of Barbados, Frederick Johnson, says when it comes to those on the spectrum, they can cope and be aware of their surroundings while they may not reach every milestone. He says the association has been able to help many parents in the past few years with their challenges, and now, thanks to government, it can help them with necessary life skills.
We've developed as a society and as a community. And what's more, we now have, thanks to quite a few people in our government, we now have a wider recognition of what the autism means for us and for greater awareness in schools especially. I'm very glad to say that the society is now being given a lease of a building to call our own as a headquarters, from which we will be running therapy workshops both for families, parents and children.
Member of Parliament Edmund Hinkson, who is a disability advocate, was in the Parliament yard for the building to be lit blue. He says all of society must be on board to strengthen awareness.
One of the main issues here now is getting the message out to the public of Barbados that children with disabilities, people with disabilities, must be given the right to fulfill their talents, fulfill their potential like everyone else. And I mean, God forbid, anyone can get a child with a disability, a child with autism. You don't bargain for that, but it happens. You love them as much as any other child. It is challenging, but that's what life is about.
The blue lights will remain on in Parliament Yard for a week, but autism awareness will run for the month of April. Wendy Burt, CBC News.
I thank you, Wendy. Now, adolescents are being urged to rethink your drink in an effort to stem the spread of diabetes. Marketing Administrative Officer of the Maria Holder Diabetes Center for the Caribbean, Hillary Ford, says it's easy for younger people to reach for sugar-sweetened beverages, but they're on a mission to change that behavior. She says, according to a 2015 Health of the Nation study, 1 in 5 adults is diabetic, but there are lots of cases that have gone undiagnosed. Ms. Ford says while there is a high number of cases in older people, with more cases cropping up in younger people, there is no readily available statistics on diabetes affecting younger people.
There are a lot of cases in older persons where it has gone quite far and it has divested into multiple issues, foot issues, wounds, all sorts of things. However, we do have quite a bit of cases in younger persons that I think that is really stemming from the diet. So the soft drinks, the fried food, I would say that is due to diet in younger persons.
Ms. Ford says the center had only just started pushing the message of a holistic approach to health to younger people, but there's been a change in the older demographic within the clinic. Alcohol consumption remains a concern for officials at the National Council on Substance Abuse, and NCSA's Deputy Manager Troy Wickham is urging parents to be more careful of the habits they glamorize in front of their children.
We will advise parents, obviously, that they must understand that children model their behaviors. What they see, they tend to do. Is one thing for us at the NCSA, that going to schools, going to community groups, to avoid children that, look, don't do drugs or try not to do drugs or use any substance. But then when they see their parents at home using these substances and appear to be functioning as normal, productive citizens, they say, well, the NCSA coming to these schools and saying one thing, but I can see my parents drinking, getting up the next day and going to work, operating in what they deem as normal functioning adults, but they're not.
Now, he was speaking at the Dance for Life big event at the Lloyders Conservatory Center yesterday, where there were one of the entities allowing students to see effects of drug and alcohol abuse firsthand through a simulation. Mr. Wickham says the last research NCSA conducted in 2013 shows a high number of young people engaging in substance abuse and are usually introduced to it at home by a family member at an early age.
Just over 50% admitted at some stage in their life they use alcohol, and we are using this opportunity to actually simulate some of the substance use feeling for the young persons to discourage them from using or actually engaging or attempting to engage in substance use.
Peek now at sports. Barbados are the champions of the 2024 West Indies Rising Stars Under-15 Cricket Championships in Antigua. Playing in the 5th and final round at the Bethesda Sports Ground, the Young Bajians defeated Windward Islands Under-15s by 192 runs. Batting first, Barbados were bowled out for 297 in 49.2 overs, 82 coming from Jahidi Hines, 62 from Captain DeMarco Wiggins, and 58 from Justin Paris. Ashino Fontaine took 5 for 18. In reply, Javid Worrell took 3 for 17 as the Young Windwards fell for 105 off 26.2 overs. And that is today's morning update of news. We're going to have more news for you during Newsday at 12 noon here on TV8. And, of course, you can listen into our stations, 94.7 FM, 98.1 The One, and 100.7 FM for the CBC News World at 1. It's time for another break. When we come back, more here on Morning Barbados. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
Tune in to CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
Tune in to CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning. It is so rainy outside. I love it. At some point, we're going to get a chance to speak at that as well. And I wish we could have caught a glimpse of Ashley as she left. She was dashing through the rain. It was, I mean, maybe nothing to laugh at, but, it was refreshing to see. Reminded me of, when we were little. I know the little ones love to run through the rain. Today is the last day of school for many. Some might have school tomorrow as well, but I think generally across the board, most schools end today. Are you guys happy about that?
Yes,
Because you get to go on vacation, right?
Yes, please.
But you have to go into school today. It's not going to be too long. All right, so you're from the Blackman and Gollop School, and we're going to introduce everybody. My co-host, Mr. O'Neill, he's been here all week, so we don't need to introduce him again to the Morning Barbados family. But Eniko Gittins, that's you.
Yes, please.
At stage name Nico G.
Yes,
Love that. Michael Holder, Mr. Bajan Boy. Welcome to Morning Barbados.
Thank you.
And also here is Catalea Carter, and your stage name is Star Life. Love that too. Morning. Good to have all of you with us. For those people who might not know Mr. O'Neill, talk to us about how things are shaping up for the Calypso competition that's coming up on Saturday, put on by the Blackman and Gollop School.
Good morning. Thanks for having me once again. And we're actually ready. Everything's put in place. The children are really ready. They actually are eager to challenge one another. And I think the spectators, I think they really want to see what Blackman and Gollop have to offer and who will come out as the winner. But to me, all of them are winners because it takes a lot of guts, a lot of heart to go on a stage and showcase your talent to a lot of people. So I think they're ready.
I absolutely believe that as well. I was observing you guys even as you were off to the side when we were on air. So I was watching you guys off to the side and I could see that you're really excited about what will happen. Now, Mr. O'Neill wrote your song, Catalea, and it is a tribute to Miss Holder, who's a former principal of the school. Tell me about how you went about memorizing the words and practice and all of that.
I had to practice about like almost an hour every day or about so, because I was trying to learn my words fast. I would be ready for the competition.
So how do you feel generally about how you've been able to learn the words and perform the song? Because I know once you learn the words, that's the beginning. Then you have to get the motion, the performance down pat. It was easy?
Yeah, because my song isn't really too long, so it's easier to memorize it, and I've been trying to do some actions to get ready to perform on stage and just practicing.
Oh, that's beautiful. And Nico, what about you? Sorry, Nico G. I have to use your stage name. What about you? How did you get ready for Saturday's performance?
I get ready by practicing at home, at school, like almost every day.
Now, your song is written by Miss Holder,
Yes,
the
please.
former principal. Tell me all about it. It's called Eat Healthy, and that's just in time for World Health Day, which
Yes,
is also
please.
coming up over the weekend. So tell me a little bit about that song.
The song is about eating healthy, that all the children eat healthy and the families, other people eat healthy.
All right. How have you been practicing? You said that you did some at home and at school, but do you get into the mirror and sing a little bit of the song and stuff like that, or do you sing it for your family at home and get their reaction?
I sing it for my family at home to get their reaction.
And what do they do?
They enjoy it.
Yeah?
Yes, please.
All right, good stuff. I'm sure I look forward to you, Nico G. Now, Bajan Boy, love that name, first of all. Your song is, it has me laughing already, and you've not even started singing. It's called Potholes and Burst Pipes.
Yes, please.
Tell me all about this song.
Well, this song is about potholes and burst pipes, as you know. And it's about people complaining about how potholes want, like when you're driving, that suddenly you hit into a pothole and it bursts your tire. And the burst pipes, sometimes it feels like if the rain is falling, but it's not, because the burst parts are heading directly to the road, which makes the window when the car is dirty, and people are complaining about it, and the government is trying to stop all of those potholes and burst pipes from stop damaging each other.
It's amazing, it's amazing for me how you're able to get these little ones engaged in these topics in this way, because this truly is what Calypso was meant to be, really to highlight some of the social issues in the country, and they're doing just that. I think we forget sometimes that little ones are just as in tune to what's happening in the community as we are.
That's so true.
Yeah, that's good. Good stuff. So, Bajan Boy, I'm going to start with you. As you are in the guy in the middle, I want to hear a little bit of this song as we get ready for Saturday's Potholes and Burst Pipes. And this also is written by Miss Holder, yes?
Yes, please.
All right. Take it away.
Potholes near the corner, burst pipes in the center, potholes, traffic crawling, burst pipe. Wait, rain falling?
It is. But in this instance, it is. The rain is falling. All right, so you and Nico with Eat Healthy. Let's hear a little bit of your song.
You gotta eat healthy, you gotta eat healthy. Healthy eats, healthy treats. You gotta eat healthy, you gotta eat healthy. And avoid the sweets.
Good stuff. All right, so avoid the sweets. Only a little, not all the way, because, you know, we know you guys like sweets, but everything in moderation. It's all up to you now, Catalea, to give us a little taste of your song, a tribute to Miss Holder.
Sorry. Who is she? Wait, you never hear about she. Neat and tidy and rockin' steady.
No more? All right, so that's just a taste. Everybody will have to come out on Saturday. Give us more details. We're close. The children are getting ready to go off on holidays, as are the teachers. Now you have all the time, so you can truly come and co-host Mornin Barbados for the next 2 weeks that the children are going to be off. So tell us all about Saturday, all the final details.
Okay, you can get your tickets at Blabmangola also. The tickets are going really fast. And is at Blabmangola is actually in Staple Grove, not too far from here. It's in Christchurch. And the show starts at 5:30 p.m. If you miss it, well, you can also see it probably streaming live.
Wow, you're also going to do a stream.
Yes.
Good. I would imagine you have to pay for that stream, or you guys might do the stream if you're sold out.
Yes, that's correct.
All right. You know, how are the teachers feeling?
Oh, they're on board. They're on board with it. They're really excited. They're actually helping to push tickets and everything. They're actually assisting with the competition. You know, backstage. We have backstage management team. We have upstairs with the children where we are getting them ready. We have teachers involved with inviting the special invited guests, the seating, also with the prizes. You name it, teachers are on board.
Let's talk a little bit about the age ranges, because I would imagine, well, based on what I saw, you have students from across the school, so some very young ones and some who are some of the oldest students at the school as well.
Yes, correct. We have from the age of 6, Avery is 6 years old, and we have Kamara and William, they're 7. Then we have Nico's 8, 9, right? And then we have the class 4s.
All right.
They're 10 for 11 years old.
That is beautiful. So from 6 to 11, competing in the Blackman and Gollop Primary School Calypso competition coming off on Saturday, 5:30. I don't know if you're going to get tickets now, because tickets are flying out of the box office, which is up at the school. So make sure you grab your tickets to be a part of this presentation. We're going to get to meet some more students after this, so don't you move.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast, because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
into CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Welcome back on this rainy Thursday. There's so much jokes behind the scene. Good morning, James. Our engineer on duty. Good morning. Oh my goodness. Number one cardinal sin that he will tell you first off is you never walk past the camera on live TV, and there he goes. But it's live TV, so we understand, and we're sure you understand as well. Mr. O'Neill is still with us. We're spending some time with our neighbors from Blackman and Gollop School, and the last student stepped out to make way for these two students. Izzy B is joining us. Isabel Wood, welcome. Good morning.
Good morning.
And also here with us is Joshua King, aka King Boy, the reigning monarch from last year. So welcome, Sir King.
Thank you. Good morning.
All right, I'm going to start with you, Joshua. Tell me about how it's been. 1 year of reigning as the king of Blackman and Gollop. King by name, I would imagine, because you're Joshua King and you became the king of the competition as well. What has it been like?
The first time when I joined and when I won, I was surprised because of my first time, and I didn't expect to win. I just came to enjoy myself and to have fun.
Yeah, but you won. So how did you feel after you won the competition last year?
Surprised.
You were surprised? All right, good stuff. What was the name of the song last year?
Give thanks and praise.
All right, good stuff. This year you're singing one called I Got the Remedy. Tell me about that song.
It's about people being sick and there's nobody to teach and stuff, and the health issues and all the environmental issues.
So it's about a lot of stuff happening. What about you, Isabel? You were a part of the competition before. Stage name Izzy B. Tell me about your song.
My song is about me making my classmates happy.
All right, who wrote the song for you?
Mr. O'Neill.
Mr. O'Neill has been busy. Mr. O'Neill, were these songs already written as somewhere in a book waiting to be distributed, or did you write specifically for this occasion?
Just for this occasion.
Yeah, so talk to me about the range. How many songs? I think we're up to 8 by now.
We have 10 actually.
No, in terms of the ones that you wrote.
Oh, no, I actually wrote 10 actually.
You wrote 10 songs?
I wrote from last year, and yes, I wrote 10.
All right, we're going to have to get you in the main competition for the Pickety Crop as well.
Good idea.
Yeah. So, are you going to sing? You said that you're going to sing a song for us called "Mind Your Business." So, are you going to sing a piece of that song for us too?
You know what? Come to the competition and you'll probably hear it.
That's a great answer. How have you been preparing, Izzy B, for Saturday's competition?
I've been preparing by practicing a lot. I've been practicing at home, at school, in the car. I've been practicing mostly everywhere. I've been practicing in my head.
What have the friends been telling you about the competition? Are they excited for you?
Yes, please.
All right, that's good stuff. What about you, King Boy? How have you been getting ready for Saturday?
I would normally sing in front of my brother and my mother and father, and they would tell me where I'm faulting and where to try and get that fault best covered. I would normally practice at home, singing in my head and stuff.
All right, you have to sing out loud because singing in your head probably won't work. Singing out loud, you'll know what you need to do. But you have that experience of having won last year. You know, what does that mean to you? Does it mean that it will make it a little easier for you this time? Or do you feel like that's added pressure?
It's added pressure, and I think the others have a good chance of winning as well.
All right, that's most gracious. It's wonderful what you guys are doing with the students over at the Blackman and Gallup School. How do you see a Calypso competition playing into everything that you do, especially at this time? I know a lot of parents are thinking, I don't want my students involved with anything extracurricular because there's 11 plus coming up and you have quite a few class 4 students. So, how do you think participating in a competition like this ties in overall to creating rounded students?
I've said rounded students, and it helps them to bring on their, if you have low self-esteem, it brings up your self-esteem. It actually helps your diction, your speech, your confidence. And if you go into the common entrance with these attributes in play, then it will help. You never know, you can actually get higher marks, you do better than you think.
Good stuff. Now, you mentioned that you might be performing on Saturday. We absolutely will hold you to that. But maybe, an expansion of the competition in the next cycle where teachers are involved?
Actually, we actually had one last year. Our senior teacher, Mr. King, John King, he actually said the original John King. But yeah, he sang also. So
the Kings have been dominating over at Blackman and Gallup then?
You can say that.
Seems to have to change your last name to win a competition up there. Izzy B, now I want you to tell everybody why they should come out and see you and your fellow students performing on Saturday.
I think they should come up because it's going to be amazing.
Oh, that's a good reason to come. What about you, King Boy?
They should come up because I'm a king.
I love that too. Thank you so much, Mr. O'Neill, for all that you're doing for the little ones. Thank you, Joshua King, King Boy, reigning monarch, and are all prepared for Saturday with his song, I Got the Remedy. Isabel Wood, Izzy B, is also a part of the big cast performing. There are going to be 10 students, yes?
That's correct.
And it starts at 5:30. And I would imagine that you have all the trappings of what will be a great presentation for those people who come out at the support.
Definitely for a fact, yes.
All right, so thanks so much to Jamal O'Neill, teacher at the school, who's been accompanying the little ones all week long, and to the two who shared with us in this particular segment. We are live from the Standard Showroom in Wildey. Still to come, my 4 top picks of the week. We're going to share that with you coming up. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Tune in to CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
Tune in to CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
Tune in to CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
Tune into CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning. It's a rainy day, and this is my favorite thing to do. I mean, do you get to do these kind of things at work? I do. How about that? So I like to share my 4 favorite things, and today I'm sharing some practical things that you could use in your everyday life, but I absolutely love them for, you know, the fact that there are things that if you get them, you will use them every day. So these glasses that you see here, I love them because they're everything from martini glasses to beer mugs to champagne flukes to wine glasses. But guess what? They're acrylic and they don't tarnish. I have some wine glasses if you want these ones or the bigger ones. They're available and they're reasonably priced. I mean, water goblets, you name it. They're all here. Some nice tall drinking glasses for water when you serve it, particularly if you maybe have some little ones in the home. You can have some beautiful looking glassware and you don't have to worry about it getting broken. You know, I might be bringing tales out of school, but for me, this means a lot because the little ones in my life tend to drop glasses a lot. Particularly if you like a lot of entertaining or what have you, this is really good and it's great prices. So these are definitely a #1 choice for me. I love them and they don't look, you know, sometimes when you get plastic, they look and feel not quite there. Particularly if you're entertaining, you don't want to use plastic, but these are definitely the way to go. I love them. So this is just the first of what I love as a part of my 4 faves. So 3 more to go. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, I'm going to show you the other 3. So stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Tune into CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
Tune into CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning indeed, and welcome back. My next favorite thing, so this would be number 2, but there's so many options. I just did not know what to choose or which ones I liked. I love bar stools. I love high bar stools. I mean, they make such a difference. Look at this little table, and here we are with this stool, for example, and it makes such a difference if you're entertaining or if you're just sitting for something quick and interesting. And what I love about here at Standard is they have so many options. There's so many options from which to choose. You know, there's these ones, which are nice and colorful as well. So, you know, you can pick the color to suit whatever is going on with your own home decor. And I absolutely love that. I think you would as well. So, you know, a full range of colors. Like I told you, there's the blue there in the back. And then if you want a more upholstered look or for leather or what have you, then these ones are some other options as well. So that's my number 2 pick. My number 2 pick is interesting, but let me make my way through. It's difficult a lot of the times to stay focused, but I'm staying focused, guys, because when they broke out this particular wall, I did not know where to look. I could not decide. The wonderful thing about these bathroom accessories for me is that you can kind of mix and match, you know, so the various colors and all that. Look at this. So it's like a ready-made package and everything. I love it. They're different. You can put them in your different bathrooms or what have you. And they're really cute. So whatever colors you want, or if it's a mix and match situation, you can absolutely go for it. And it's kind of like everything in one spot, which makes life easy for people like us who aren't necessarily designers. What I love too goes now into my 4th favorite thing, these jewelry boxes. So they have them in designs that tie into and colors that tie into the bathroom accessories. How about that? These jewelry boxes work nicely for me. And I personally got the big ones. So love those, love those, love those. And they have the various one with the watches. But I like ones. What I did is stack them. So I got a few of them. I told you they're all practical things that will work well for the home. You don't have to worry a lot about, spending us at CBC and share any information that you want to, or people you want us to highlight. But most importantly, we welcome your feedback. So tell us how you feel about the look and feel of the show, where we are, what we're doing, and of course how you are doing as well. So we're coming to the end of today's presentation. So I want to let you know what is coming up on tomorrow's show. What you have to do is just make sure that you tune in, because we are going to be talking to the Heart and Stroke Foundation of Barbados about octagonal warning labels and how they save. That campaign has kicked off, so we're going to talk about that. Jamaican dancehall recording artist Spice. How about that? So we're bringing some spice here for you. Reggae in the Gardens, we're talking a bit about that. Plus, the St. Stephen's Church, they're having an evening of soul-soothing music. It's going to be a wonderful evening for us to go on out and support the church, but also to be inspired. Operation Triple Threat will be in to discuss their musical Annie that's coming up. And there's going to be a whole lot more as we continue to tell you about what's coming up all this weekend. So remember, today is Q in the community. So we're inviting you to follow us to Q today. And today, Thursday, April 4th, head out to Terminal G Bar at Sharnock's in Christchurch. That's where you'll find the Q family today from 11 o'clock this morning. So you can listen in from 2 o'clock to around 5 o'clock on 100.7 FM. Go ahead and follow us on 100.7 FM as well to be a part of the live stream. Or you can just head on up there. If you need to get a shuttle service, the Q bus service will leave the gate number 1 at the Granville Williams bus terminal later this morning. So you can check in with the transport board to find out a little bit more about that and head on out to be a part of all that Q has to offer. So coming up tomorrow, it truly is going to be an exciting time here on Morning Barbados. We look forward to chatting with Spice, finding out a little bit more about her, not only what she's up to in the entertainment world in terms of singing and performing, but you know that she also is a part of a reality show, a very popular reality show as well. So thanks for joining us here on Morning Barbados for today on this rainy day. We'll see you at Q later this morning, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for another presentation. So as you go through your day, remember to wear your smiles, do something good for somebody, and come back tomorrow for another Morning Barbados. Bye-bye. Have a good one.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning.